I appreciate everyone for joining us on this warm, sunny day in April for a very important and exciting announcement. For many across Howard County, Ellicott City is about community. It's about seeing your friends, your family, and neighbors walking down Main Street, popping in and out of stores, and having friendly conversations. There's also a yearning for this tradition of community to continue in a town that has been standing for nearly 250 years. That deep history of community is what brought us together today. Our residents and businesses care deeply about Ellicott City and want to see it not just survive, but thrive for future generations. After 2 recent floods and a crippling pandemic, we are reminded how resilient our town is. But we also know how important it is to approach these turning points not just as challenges, but also as opportunities. With a series of changes to Main Street and the construction of a new courthouse, we can once again reimagine these spaces and continue to foster the community that we all know and love. When I announced the Ellicott City Safe and Sound Plan, I promised a community-driven process. I wanted to make sure that the people who care so deeply about our town have a chance to provide input into its future. Today, I'm excited to announce the creation of the Ellicott City Project Advisory Committee. Over the next year, this group of business owners, residents, stakeholders, and professionals will provide feedback and input on 3 major projects on the horizon for Ellicott City. The potential redevelopment of a new courthouse, the renovation and reuse of 6 county-owned buildings on Main Street, and the redesign of Tiber Park. I'd like to thank the members of our newly formed committee for dedicating their time and energy and their talent to this effort in Ellicott City. In order for these projects to be successful, it's vital that we have input from our community. And as we've learned over the past year and throughout the challenges Ellicott City has faced head-on, we must work together to ensure that our town continues to evolve and flourish for the next 250 years. Thank you.
Thank you, County Executive Ball. I would now like to introduce Chris Pineda, the Executive Director of the Ellicott City Partnership.
Good morning. My name is Christopher Pineda. I am the Executive Director for the Ellicott City Partnership. I want to thank County Executive Ball and the leadership team for the invitation to speak here today. The Ellicott City Partnership's mission serves a purpose in preserving the heritage and vitality of historic Ellicott City while enhancing and creating economic growth. The task force created by the County Executive will continue to address the revitalization strategies the partnership advocates and focuses on. The task ahead of us will serve as an opportunity to have concrete and open dialogue, and we are ecstatic to have been chosen as one of the key stakeholders involved in the decision-making that will be representative of local stakeholders, both residents and businesses. This task force will address the potential development efforts within the historic courthouse campus, Lower Main, and Tiber Park, which has an open opportunity to continue to build upon the thriving economy within the historic district, as well as present entrepreneurship growth to support the town. It's time for us to move forward, and this opportunity allows us to start the change that we want to incorporate into our livability and vitality of the town. I look forward to working with friends and colleagues as we could collaborate to represent our amazing town. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. I would now like to introduce Julia Sanger, owner of Park Ridge Creamery.
Thank you, Shayna. Good morning. My name is Julia Sanger, and I've been a business owner on Main Street since 2016. I'd like to start by thanking the county executive and the leadership team for the opportunity to speak here this morning on behalf of Main Street's business owners. The last 5 years have been challenging ones for the historic district businesses and residents. 2 floods and a pandemic have tested us beyond measure. But the community, along with help from our county and state leaders, has rallied time and time again and continues to persevere. New businesses are opening all the time, and we are happily welcoming back visitors to this amazing town. These 3 projects, the redevelopment of the historic courthouse, the renovation of the 6 buildings on Lower Main, and the redesign of Tiber Park, are crucial to the continued economic and cultural vitality of the historic district. We're excited for the potential that awaits our little town and look forward to the positive changes that will make Ellicott City an even more attractive place to dine, shop, and enjoy. This advisory committee will be a collaborative effort, and we appreciate the opportunity to have a voice and to work with such a talented and diverse group of people in order to achieve a common goal. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Julia. I would now like to introduce Annalisa Archer, a resident here in the Historic District.
Good morning. My name is Annalisa Archer, and I'm offering a few words today from the perspective of a resident of Ellicott City. First and most importantly, I'd like to thank the county executive and the leadership team for putting this group together and for inviting me to be a part of it. As a resident on Court Avenue, I'm especially excited to hear more about the options for the historic courthouse and provide input on how the campus can be redeveloped in a way that's beneficial for residents, businesses, and all the town stakeholders. I don't know about the rest of you, but after a period where so many things have felt out of control, it's nice to have an opportunity to proactively shape something that will be critical to the future economic vitality of Ellicott City. It's important that projects of this magnitude have robust community input where different stakeholders can come together to hear one another's perspectives. I think the Ellicott City Project Advisory Committee is one way to ensure that engagement happens, and I really look forward to getting to work with this talented group of people. Thank you.
Thank you, Annalisa. Now County Executive Ball will sign the executive order officially establishing the Ellicott City Project Advisory Committee.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, County Executive Ball, and that concludes our program today. Thank you so much for joining us.